Alright, today's been a very long day, wild weekend, so let's just get into what I picked up today at the swap meet. Was not very good for most people there. They didn't make a lot of money. Some people were happy with the money they made, but most people were happy they paid for their tables. I can tell you there's some people that probably didn't. And that really is unfortunate, because if you have 3 or 4 tables, you got to make $100 at $1 a time. That's very, very bad. So we'll start off with the cards here, and then I'll show you the records I got. One vendor had lots of bricks of soccer cards, and I wanted to buy more. There was a bunch of these newer Donruss ones in there, which I'll have to review and see if any of these people sign. I'm not exactly sure what series this is one here. I'm trying to figure out what teams these are here. Excuse me. So I don't think these are MLS, some sort of Panini Donruss. I don't know what league that is. Valencia, and then so you can get an idea there. I'm hoping you can see them well enough here. Most of these are overseas players, so I probably will not be able to. DSV, oh man. FC Bayern, okay, there we go. Now we got some idea here. So yeah, cool cards, and I didn't think I had any of those. These soccer shots, I really didn't want to get into these because some of them are light cards, and like this one, excuse me, is very dark here. So I don't have any hope of getting too many of these autographed here. I don't know who any of these people are. There's some team cards there, so hopefully these were this guy's duplicates, I guess. He has a bunch of cards of all things. There are no stars in here. He was not really alluding to stars, but he was not alluding that there might have been Mike Stankovic. More of these here. I was happy to get these old vintage Upper Deck cards. Mary Riley, from what I understand, I've had that card several times. She does not sign. USA, Team USA. Some other ones from the World Cup. These are not bricked, damaged cards there. I was happy to get those there. So that's cool there. And then some other cards there. Some of these Upper Deck sets, you know, 600, 800 cards, I don't really know. And there's lots of inserts, and it's just expensive. Then I got some of these Pro Set ones, which I was happy to get, but I don't know that this is a set that I already have. It might be the England set, and it's not super expensive to get those, so they might have to go. We'll see if any of these guys sign, but the chances are very nil. But fun to grab those. And then at the end of the show, I found the 10-cent monster boxes, and I was like, oh geez, you gotta be kidding me. You know, he said $40 a monster box, or buy them at 10 cents a card. So 10 cents, they really add up very quickly. The 2 last cards I grabbed because I was out of time, essentially. And I got a Tony La Russa Mother's Cookies for 10 cents, which I might be able to get him to sign for $10 or through a team or something. I don't know where he's at now. And a Chili Davis, a Smokey the Bear kind of police type card there. Regular size card, which is cool. Chili Davis outfielder from, I don't know, I'm guessing 1987 or 88, 89, 90, somewhere in that time frame there. And then tons of minor league cards from the Vancouver Canadians. So I gotta go through and pull out all my duplicates and pull out the best examples and look for TTM signers in these 1989. I think these are 80 or these 87. These are, I think, 89, maybe 89 pro cards. I don't know what year these are. I kind of forgotten here. So there's these. And there's a couple good ones in here. There's Russ Morman there. He might sign. Let's see, we have Marv Foley. I don't know if he's passed away. I think he did. Then they got the header card there, so I may have the complete set there. It was very distracting because there was a table that was hitting the free pile, so there's the free pile right next to this one, and there's Carlos Martinez, Keith Smith, Jack McDowell. Happy to get that one, but the pro card is right on the edge there, so that would be a little kicker there, but otherwise it's a near mint card there with a little ammo there, because these were all kind of setting, you know. And you know, when you have young kids kind of around you, my friend has a 17-year-old kid, and he was urging me to go and messing around with stuff and trying to, you know, take something out of my, he was playing with a record I got, and I was trying to take it away and put it away, and then it ended up on the free table to make sure no one took it, and I don't know. So there's all this stuff here, but at least I got a Jack McDowell rookie or pre-rookie card for 10 cents. So very happy on that one. So there could have been untold kind of that was the TTM fuel boxes there. Very happy with those. But unfortunately, again, at 10 cents a piece, they start to add up before you really, you know. Now let's show the records I got here. And this day did not start off well with frying my pizza. I didn't mean to burn my pizza to a crisp there. I took that used to have a topping on it, peeled it off to see what it looked like inside. I actually somehow turned on the burner and burnt the pizza on the bottom as well too. So that's garbage. I'm eating a fresh one right now. Not helpful. I'm glad I got two, because otherwise I would have had to eat some sort of yucky leftover salad type stuff, and that's not what I wanted to do. So we'll get through these here and we'll be done. These came from the Goodwill bins, and they finally brought out records. I was on my way home. I got 3 window coupe, the ripcord, so I'm happy with that one. Condition to be determined later. We have Boss Drag, the T-Bones, Hey Little Cobra, all that stuff. They're not the originators of that song, but very happy to get there. Was some sort of, it looks like a clamp or something that's been put on there years ago, so it was clipped onto something. But whatever. I'm happy to get this one there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but all that fun stuff there. And then we have the Hot Rods and Dragsters and Hi-Fi. I'll be ripping off that original plastic there, and it'll look so much better there. And I don't know who all this is here. I haven't looked them up on Discogs or anything. And then the record I wanted, which I'll show in a minute here, is damaged. Eric Burdon and the Animals, Volume 2. There were 3 copies of that at the bins. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I picked the best one there as Mr. Burdon there when he was much younger. And then we have this one here, Rock with Bill Haley and the Comets. It's just kind of a cheapo budget one there. And there were some other Bill Haleys, but they were really beat up and messed up, and I just can't bring home ruined records like that, but I did. And then this one here, I had one other record I bought for $2 because I was being polite, and then I went back to that table because I found this Ian Hunter. It's not super valuable there, but the shipping on records anymore is super ridiculous. It turns out that there's a damage spot, and hopefully it didn't happen on my way home. But there is a damage spot there, and hopefully it'll play, but there's kind of a warp and kind of a wrinkle there. It's hard to show that on camera there, but I've had records like that before, and there's kind of a, oh yeah, there's a melt spot there somehow. So this record is probably garbage, unfortunately. So I wasted a whopping $2 on that one. And again, I saw it on YouTube in one of these compilations. I said, that's not as bad as that I seem to remember. So I wanted to get a copy of that, and it was ruined. And I ended up with another, I don't know, not Boz Scaggs, but another Bob Welch record, Like I Need One. I don't really care. I don't know. It's just a whirlwind of emotions this weekend. And I'm going to be throwing my pizza out somewhere where, I don't know, the wildlife can eat my ruined pizza away from the house, so no critters will be coming up this direction. Anyway, what a frustrating week and weekend. Like I said, you can't win them all. I was looking for license plates at the swap meet, didn't find any other than a bunch of banged up dollar ones, which is fine, but I just couldn't, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. You know, everything that at the swap meet would have me going backwards in my collection. So like the records I went backwards on, the Goodwill ones, I was just shocked to find them. And then, and supposedly there was a ton yesterday at the bins, and people missed those. And then somebody in the store was complaining they never find records, and they took that bin with records away before she got to look at it. So you can't win them all. I'm going to finish my dinner, and hope everybody has a good Monday, and thank you for watching.